Today I want to talk about 3 simple tips to learn Tai Chi. These are mindset issues. So have you ever started Tai Chi or started something and you quit? Here are the tips. Number 1 is perseverance. So I know that sounds pretty formal here, but just doing a little bit each day can really help. Each day layering another sheet, another something that you learn over that. That's one of the first tips, is just to do a little bit each day and have the idea in your mind that you want to learn it. It's not like dance or something where you might learn a move and then you have it. It takes a long time. Even if you know the Tai Chi move and learn it, then there's still more to learn and practice. And there's so many details over the years. If you're someone who likes to keep learning and growing throughout your life, it's a good practice to take up. And it can be beneficial. And plus the benefits of Tai Chi, they say after repeated practice. So after these many, many days, that's when you start feeling the benefits generally. So tip number 2, just learn maybe up to 3 or 4 moves per day. So I've been reading this book by Cheng Man Ching about self-cultivation. And he's talking about these as being faults, but I'm talking about them as tips. The repetition, just trying to learn 1 to 2 moves per day, I would say, with our busy lives, to just repeat those over and over again is pretty much the best way I can think of to learn. Maybe even if you're learning the form, just to add on 1 move and then practice what you've learned plus that little bit over and over. One of the third things, the tips, would just be to have a beginner's mindset and have patience with yourself. I see students when they learn Tai Chi, they think they should have it like right at the first couple classes. It really takes time, so just patience with yourself. I have lots of videos on Tai Chi on the channel, and you can subscribe. And what's this channel about? It's mindfulness practices, movement mostly, a little bit of music and rhythm. I think it will be eventually incorporated too, but mostly mindful movement for self-development, just to help us de-stress. I have a lot of Tai Chi background, I have a lot of yoga background too, but I'm specifically Tai Chi is really what I want to teach because for some reason I like the Qigong too, which is the slower movements, but the Tai Chi with the weight shifts, and I feel like it makes me stronger and has the martial arts aspects. I've started doing the 2-person martial art push hands, so that's I want to go teach this also. Why not aerobics? I've done aerobics. I think aerobics is great. It gets the heart rate up, gets the body moving, gets the blood pumping. Like Cheng Man Ching in his book, it's kind of more of a mind-body, some might say mind-body-spirit exercise. So first you learn the physical movement, and then for me, I noticed that my mind is more calm afterwards. And then if I do feel more calm, then I feel more spirited. Or I don't want to go into the spirit part because that part is controversial, whether that's all true, and the energy and the connection with the universe and the earth. That's all part of the philosophy. So aerobics to me is just kind of more mechanical. So yeah, Cheng Man Ching in some of his books. Cheng Man Ching was a master Tai Chi person. He learned from Yang Cheng Fu, who was one of the best martial artists in China, supposedly back in the day. So you have Yang Cheng Fu, Cheng Man Ching here. And then my teacher learned from Mr. Liu Shiheng. So that's Yang Cheng Fu, Cheng Man Ching, Mr. Liu Shiheng. And then my teacher, Daniel Pfister, and then I'm learning under Daniel. So there's certain lineages. And then I'm also learning from Robert Chuck Rowe, and he learned directly from Cheng Man Ching and quite a few other people. I'm taking some classes from him too. So it's, Cheng Man Ching, he has a lot of books just saying how healthy it can make you. Cheng Man Ching was a doctor of Chinese medicine. According to his book, he liked teaching Tai Chi because it made people healthy. He said it was more fun than having sick people come to him when he did his doctor work. We're talking about tips to learn Tai Chi, more on the mindset. So I went over perseverance, which would be the frequency of the practice in my mind, to practice and not quit, just keep up with it. And then the second thing was repetition, just adding on a little bit each day, not trying to learn the whole form. And then the third thing is patience with yourself and just not expecting you to learn all of it all of a sudden. So yeah, this is a Mindful Beat channel. We're doing mindful movement. I'm focusing on Tai Chi here. If you look at the videos, you can subscribe. For me, I started Tai Chi back in 2000, and I took a couple classes, and I quit after those classes. Those were at a community college. I liked it, but I just didn't continue. I don't know why. I didn't really know it. It's a lot to learn if you're learning like 37 plus movements. So like 15 years later, I found a teacher that could teach me in enough detail for me to go home and learn it. So I'm trying to put on the channel enough details to learn it, at least for the first third of the form so far, that 37 movements. And then there's longer forms, and there's sword form, there's staff form, all sorts of things. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll keep you posted if you subscribe, and we'll meet again. Hope you have a good day. All right. See ya.